Hi there. Thanks for coming. Thank you. We've been working hard on this for a long time, an excessively long time, almost an unimaginably long time. And we've had to make a few adjustments along the way. Where does the time go? I have no idea. Things happen, and then you wake up one morning and you're like, we got to put on some kind of show. So this is our monologue show. Before we start, please do not videotape them in order to humiliate them later. It's not cool. If you're really interested in videos, you can post it to social media in order to mock these children. I will have some rehearsal footage available for sale later. Really some good stuff. $5 for 30 seconds. I gotta pay bills too. Which reminds me, I will be taking personal donations for my time. I'm just kidding. I'm learning to live without money, that is, and food. My car is 14 years old. I love being a teacher. Really love it. I would do this for free, which I almost do. Okay, I was not supposed to be bitter tonight. Tonight is for celebrating these beautiful, beautiful children. Some of them have worked really hard on this. Some of the rest of them, they have not. See if you can figure out which ones. If you hear weeping, please ignore it.
When I was young, I had serious self-esteem problems. Serious, y'all. It was serious. And then my teacher told me something. Bailey, you're amazing. And it was like, ding, the light bulb went off, like, oh my gosh, I am amazing. I never realized it before because I had like secondhand clothes or whatever and couldn't spell or jump rope or run very fast. Like I had no skills at all, right? I couldn't do anything. But then after she told me that, boom, my self-esteem went through the roof. And I was like, I am amazing. The rest of you people are pathetic. And it was like, whenever anyone told me anything, it hurt my soul. I'm not going to cater to people like you telling me what to do. Who do you think you are telling me it's bedtime, Dad? You aren't amazing like I am. You're mediocre at best. Seriously, like, I'm only 10 years old. You're like 50. You should have all kinds of stuff. We've only got 2 cars. Jalen has 18,000 cars. Why aren't you like him? So that was pretty cool. The most important thing is to believe in yourself because you're better than everyone else. So much better. Everyone else is terrible. I'm not going to college because I don't need to go to college. I'm that awesome. But here's the thing. I don't need to prove how awesome I am to you people. I know I'm awesome. I believe in myself. Other people believe in like psychology or science or religion or who cares. I believe in the church of me. Do you know how lucky people are right now? If you're remembering this, you can be like, oh, that was the time I saw Bailey in a show and she was amazing. My parents are videotaping this right now. I know they're not supposed to, but they got their cameras really low and you can't see them. They pretty much videotape everything I do. I'm sure later they're going to have a bench session where they're like, hey, let's put together that 390 hours of Bailey footage we've taken over the years. They're honored to be my parents. They are so lucky. This one time there was this guy who asked me out and I was like, who do you think you are? Like, do you think you're great enough to go out with me? Remember, I am amazing. What are you? What are you? Not amazing. Then keep walking, buddy. I ain't dealing with you. Thank you. You can clap now, but you know what? I don't care if you clap or not. I'm clapping for myself on the inside all the time. It's so much better than anything you're ever going to do.
So, nobody told me we were supposed to memorize this.
Yes, I did.
Well, I didn't hear that.
We've been working on this for 3 months.
I think it's kind of unfair that the teacher says things and we're supposed to listen to him. Who made these rules? So, anyway, it's time for my monologue. Shut up, Gary, I'm doing my monologue. So this one time, me and my friends decided to steal lawn gnomes, right? Shut up. Mom, can you tell Gary to leave me alone? I'm doing a show. Yes, it's a required grade. I don't even think why we should have required grades in the theater, but no one cares about my opinion. I mean, I signed up for this class because it was supposed to be fun, not because we were going to have to do stuff. Anyway, Anyway, my monologue is about gnomes. This is a very serious monologue. People will be crying at the end of it. Alright, it's beautiful. So, this one time me and my friends were gonna go steal garden gnomes. I got this friend, his name Jameson. Anybody know him? He's insane. He's a relevant, right? But he's got this truck and he's like, yes, he's like, dude, yes. He doesn't like to use a lot of words, you know, because he's like poetic and stuff. So I'm like, what? And he's like, gnomes. And I'm like, yes, because we're like symbiotic. We got brain waves going back and forth between us. I don't think about it. I'm just like, let's do it. So there's this other kid with us, Berman. She's like got mental problems or whatever. She's real open to suggestions, right? Like you tell her, Berman, run into that wall, and then she just goes like, ran right into the wall. She got so much brain damage, it's awesome. So we go out in Jameson's truck real steadily, like lights off. We're coasting down residential streets looking for gnomes. We almost hit this jogger. It was crazy. He was like jogging in the road or whatever, and we're like, move, and he doesn't move, so we almost hit him. Anyway, there it is, jackpot. 7 garden gnomes just sitting there with their little gnome's hat and their little gnome faces. Like, who are these people? Who are these people who put all these gnomes out there? Are they gnome estheticists? What is wrong with them? So I'm like, Berman, go get them all. And she's like, I'm like, no, don't scream. But it's too late because she's like insane, right? My friends are awesome. Lights come on. Little old lady at the door. Berman runs away, like not even back to the truck, right? Just tears off in the opposite direction. Totally spooked. My grandma garden gnome lover. She runs like she's in a cartoon or whatever. We don't see her again for 3 days. So Jameson just floors it. We're going 100 miles an hour because the truck is awesome, right? Engine sounds like we got a giant bear under the hood. We got him chained up, and he's like, rah, let me out, I'm a bear. It's crazy, right? This time I saw the gnome, just one. Jim is like, you got to steal it because I'm on probation for stealing garden gnomes, and I'm like, I'm on probation too for something totally unrelated. So glad my probation officer isn't here today. Not here, right? Officer Dooley, where are you? Not here. Okay, cool. So I sprint to the gnome and I fall right over it. The gnome is chained to the ground. I'm serious. Like, they're like a leg mechanical thing and the gnome is chained down. These people have no trust. That's a shame, right? Like, this is our society. People are chaining their garden gnomes down because they're paranoid. It's sad. So I'm like, abort, lights come on. Motion lights. There's like 100 cops waiting for us. All right, maybe not 100. Maybe like one, whatever. But there was a cop and he was like, I got you now. And I'm like, and Jam is like, I got a bear under my hood. You just try it. So I'm like, run. And he wants to get out. And he wants to get out of the car, so then I'm like, drive! And I jump in their truck like I'm in an action movie. I hit my head on the ceiling. I'm blacking out, and the door handle is open. The door is handling open. Jameson floors it. The cops are like, we just want to talk. And I'm like, we don't communicate with language. Boom, over the curb, over like 30 hedges or whatever. People got hedges everywhere. Like, they're supposed to stop trucks from running over their lawns. They don't work, and we're over the hedges. The truck's going over curves. Bam, over another curve. Tires are like on fire and smoking. Women are throwing babies out of the way. We look back. The cops didn't even chase us. High five. It was awesome. Thank you.
Hey, all right. So first of all, when I started going out with Caleb, I thought he was awesome. I did. I was totally fooled. Cause like he'll talk to you and he'll be like, "Girl, you're so beautiful. Have some of my nachos." He's always got nachos, right? It's like his thing. He's the nacho guy. So, like, he does this thing with his hair when he's offering you his nachos, and he goes, "Girl, I'm going to be all over you like melted cheese." Ew. But you fall for it because you're young and you're stupid, and you don't realize that Caleb is the worst human ever. And I know he's watching this right now, and he's probably like, "Hey, well, too bad, Caleb. Too bad for you. You can't talk over me now. He used to talk over me all the time." And that's only one of his many, many awful qualities. Here's some more. Like, okay, he thinks he's so hot, right? Like, Every pass, Caleb's looking at himself. Am I still hot? Did I get hotter in the last 25 seconds I looked at a reflective surface? Oh, wow, I did. He has a mirror app on his phone. It's his favorite thing to do. I'm hanging out with him one time. He's looking at his phone the whole time. I look over, it's the mirror app. And y'all, he checks out his own butt. I've never seen a guy do this. I don't think it's normal. Seriously, y'all, it's not even all that healthy. Like, I swear, we'll be walking along, and then I look over, and he's craning his neck like, still got it. What even is that? Oh, and one other thing he does that's totally annoying, he looks at other girls while he's talking to you. Like, okay, right? You're talking to him. Face-to-face communication. I'm telling him about my day. Hey, Caleb, algebra is a total disaster right now. I want to eat a jar of turnips. I watch him. His eyes slide right off of me and over to some other chick. Like, my face is a slip and slide. Like, whoop, right off my girlfriend's face over to some yoga pants wearing chick. I'm like, boom, I'm right here talking about termites. Look at me. He gets out his phone. Mirror app. In conclusion, Caleb is a loser. Thank you.
When I first signed up for theater, I didn't think I was going to like it. I'm not a very theatrical person, and most actor-type people are really annoying. No offense, they are. They are weird people. Look at them. But luckily, I kept an open mind, and I met the most inspirational teacher I've ever had. But no, every day she is energetic and awesome. And you know that she really cares about you and wants to bring the best out of you. She's amazing, and she should win a Special Teacher of the Year award. Though it probably doesn't have a cash prize or anything, but she should still win it. She changed my life. I look back really fondly on the theater teacher because the one I have now is horrible. The other day, she gave us a pop quiz in theater class. Let me let that sink in. We had a quiz in theater class on what are we supposed to be learning? If I wanted quizzes or something, I would have taken a different class. So I went to the principal's office to file a report. And guess what? You can't even do that. How is this even a democracy? Do we have freedom in this country or not? Are there any teacher what's that even say? Evaluator type people in this audience today? Anyone who has control of hiring decisions in this school? Fire this teacher, please. I sent a letter to the school board outlining my concerns. And you know what? They haven't even answered. I'm so disillusioned. I hope I get an A on this monologue assignment. If I don't, you will be hearing from my lawyer.
All right, look, so you heard some crazy things from my ex-girlfriend, whatever. Okay, whatever.
Is that your whole monologue? Is that what you come up with?
This is what she does.
No, I'm seriously impressed with your awesome monologue skills, Caleb. It's incredible. Genius at work.
So, okay, I would like to tell you about my ex-girlfriend. All right, so...
Is it tough to talk without looking at yourself?
Shut up.
You probably need to look in a mirror. Your hair is totally messed up.
You are a demon. Fine, gotta make sure my look is right. All right, yeah. At first, she seems cool before she opens her mouth. And after she opens her mouth, you're like, make it stop. Have you ever seen someone with a jackhammer? That's what a conversation with her is like. You try to say something, and she's like, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. And it's like she's talking about people you don't know, right? Like, oh my God, I just wanted to talk to Amanda, and she says that Austin said that Lily and somebody else were like totally making out in Starbucks. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm just like, must make it stop. I must stop the thing from making noise. It is destroying my brain. So, yes, I look away to preserve my sanity because to look upon London when she's talking is like staring into a black hole. It will suck you in and will never escape. Your brain will be plumbed into dust. Oh my God, oh my God, And then, right, she's got this thing where she picks her teeth while she's talking. I can't even describe it. It's like she'll be in the middle of the longest sentence and reverse, and 3 times during it she's picking food out her teeth. It's called a toothbrush. Learn how to use it. So yes, I dumped her, and I dumped her. I am a free man. I am so happy now. Everything is miraculous. Picnic. I wake up and think for a second, am I going out with London? Nope. And then I leave out of bed with a song in my heart. My life is so good right now. Boom. That's the end of my monologue. Boom.
I'm supposed to be fifth, I think. Am I? Is it my turn? I was supposed to go, but Caleb jumped in front. Okay. So I just moved here this week, I guess. And I guess people have been working on this for a while. So my earliest memory is when I was 4. We were swinging on the swings in the park near my house, and it was really fun. The end. Is that okay? My teacher is waving at me. Am I supposed to go do more right now? Okay. So we were in the park, and it was very fun, and I saw a squirrel. The end. Again. Oh, I suppose that's not in depth enough. Has anyone ever thought of squirrels are basically just rats with big tails? And if you get freaked out by rats everywhere, then you should get freaked out by squirrels too, right? Squirrels are rats in costumes. So the next time you see one, like jumping on a tree next to your house, you should run away screaming. That's my advice for everyone. In conclusion, this was a really great assignment, and I put a lot of work into it.
So I've changed my monologue. I hope that's cool. I know we're supposed to be working on this on our own or whatever, but I have had this epiphany. I am loving this isolating thing. Oh my goodness, is it the best? Because it gives me more time to spend with my sister Brianna. Brianna's like, she's basically a goddess. I know it's weird to think of your other sister as a goddess, but this is just the truth, right? Now I get to spend time all day with her, which is the best. I wake up and I wait outside her door. Sometimes I scratch on it like a little animal. Like, hey, wake up. It's time to have another fun day with your best friend in the whole world, your sister. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I can't actually open the door because she locks it for some reason. But I just wait, because sooner or later she's going to have to come out. And then boom, there I am. And we laugh so much. We play games all the time. Like she plays this game where she hides somewhere in the house and I have to try to find her. Usually she's really quiet, like she's hiding in the dryer and crying, you know? I don't know how she fits in the dryer, but she's really determined to hide from me. She's so fun. And then I open the door and I'm like, it's me, your sister who loves you. Then she just cries. It's so funny. Sometimes she'll throw stuff at me, real playful like a book or a cordless drill or a piece of furniture or whatever. Usually it doesn't even hurt that much. But it's so great to spend time with her. I try to wear the same clothes as her, so whenever she comes out of her room, I usually run to my room and switch into whatever it is she's wearing. It's so funny. Then she screams and pretends to get all upset. But I know deep down this is super flattering. I hope this goes on forever.
I cannot take it. I've tried everything. Speaking to her like a human being, trying to reason with her. Brianna, you can spend time in your room by yourself. It's possible. Brianna, you don't need to wear the same clothes as me. We're not even twins. When I hide in the dryer, it's not an invitation for you to come find me. Nothing works. She's immune to language. I think, honestly, my working theory is that aliens came down in the night and replaced her with an android designed to drive me crazy. I don't get it. She used to be somewhat normal. She had her own personality, and I know it was weird that she took this theater class with me, but it had gone off the rails, y'all. Off the rails. I tried calling animal control to see if they might capture her and take her away, and when they showed up in the van with the nets and everything, they didn't even try to get her. I told her she was in a very large possum dressed like a human, but they didn't believe me. They didn't even try to catch her in the nets. I was like, give me the net, I'll do it myself. But I guess you have to be trained or whatever to capture things in nets now, which is totally unfair. She's not even that fast. I totally could have captured her. She would have had a very nice life at a pound with a bunch of other animals. She likes animals. It's probably the best place for her, in a little wire cage with little where they insert some food through a hatch, she'd be fine. Our parents are no help either. My mom just shakes her head and says she has a work call and locks the door. My dad just watches sport rerun on television, and they think I'm kidding. They think I'm not about to take desperate measures. Have you ever seen The Shawshank Redemption? I'm currently tunneling my way out of my room behind a poster of Justin Bieber. Soon she'll be at that door, and I won't even be here. I'll be on my way. I'm going to say Mexico. I'll take a new name, change my hair, and no one will ever find me, especially my sister.
I just want to weigh in here on the whole Caleb London thing. And before anyone asks, I have totally been working on this whole time and I've got it completely memorized. So there, just in case if any theater teacher might object to my completely tropical and unbiased monologue about the horror show that happened in our class. All right, y'all, I had a front row seat to this nonsense. First of all, maybe you don't like yoga pants because you don't look good in them. That's all I'm saying. Nobody wants to see you in yoga pants. They're called squats, just saying. So if your man needs to look somewhere else to have something nice to look at, then honey, you need to get to the gym. It's just truth. I don't need to go to the gym because I am naturally like this. But some people don't have the right DNA or whatever, and they got more work to do. I ain't naming names, but if your name is London, this is about you. Your parents called you London. It's a big, dirty city. Just saying. Food for thought. Second of all, nobody wants to hear about your problems, all right? Like, if that's all you're talking about, you got to switch the topic of conversation. Hey, how was your day? Well, I got a new pimple in the middle of my back, and it's driving me crazy. Nobody wants to hear that. What's your man gonna say? Oh, that's nice to know. I'm so glad you shared your back pimple problems. I feel so close to you now. He ain't gonna say that. He gonna say, let me look at this fine lady over there in yoga pants. Allow me to help you. Here are some fascinating things you can talk about. Television shows featuring the work of Shonda Rhimes, global disasters, funny thing animals do. That's what you talk about. If you still got problems, there's therapy and psychoanalysts and probably doctors that can help you. If not, move to Canada where they got socialized medicine. And last, Caleb is fine. I don't care if he's checking himself out. He's just doing what I do and seen or whatever.
Isn't it kind of funny how the voices in your head, like, talk to you sometimes? Like, I actually have two. My first one, or my favorite one, is Taylor Swift. I know, right? Crazy. It is so great having her in my head, though. She's always like, you're a strong woman, and don't you forget it. I love her. It's like she's sitting on my shoulder saying things like, I shake it off all the time. It's magical. Then I imagine like taking Taylor home and sharing her my life, like this is it, and she'll be like, OMG, your life is awesome, yay. We are such great friends. But like, sometimes I worry that Taylor's getting bored of me because, you know, I'm just like an ordinary person, right? I'm not like some big fancy star or whatever. And I know she says nice things about my clothes, but she's probably thinking like, no one even designed this. I cannot believe you're wearing it. This is from The Gap. Who wears clothes from The Gap? So that's when I like to thrill her. So this one time I went to Macy's and I was like, hey Taylor, what would you do if I shoplift this sweater right now? And Taylor got a word and she was like, OMG, don't shoplift. And I was like, okay, I won't. So instead I went over to the counter and there was like this lady there and she was like, how can I help you? And I made my eyes go crazy and faked having a gun and I was like, give me all the money now. OMG. Taylor was freaking out. It was so funny. So I tied up the lady with a scarf or whatever, and I like grabbed the cash and I was like, run! And there's like this security guard chasing me or whatever, and so I just like grabbed this mannequin and just smashed him over the head with it, boom. He's like unconscious and bleeding or whatever. And so this alarm sounds and it's like, woo, woo. It was so fun. And Taylor was not bored. So she's screaming her little Taylor Swift scream, and let me tell you, it sounded beautiful. She's an angel. So we get in my car, and there's like that little mall security vehicle chasing me. It's like a smart car or whatever. I floor it, smash headfirst into it. And I'm like screaming, I'm insane, don't mess with me. It was hilarious. So then the security guard's like crying or whatever, and he's like, I have kids and a family. So then I tear out of there before the cops show up. And I told Taylor, I am never going to let you be bored with me again. Like, I think she really liked that. So she's gonna be like super surprised by what I do next. Oh, that's it. I know you're hurting out there. You've got troubles. Your parents don't understand. Your teachers are giving you homework. Your dog is standoffish lately. Maybe you don't even have enough money to buy a Lexus. What can you do? You're just one person, and the world is so big. My heart is hurting for you. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. I want you to look in the mirror and say, heck yes, I'm a sweet piece of loving. I want you to go out there on the basketball court, on that tennis court, and in that swimming pool, in that classroom, in the Burger King. And I want you to believe in your own brilliance. Yes, you. You are brilliant. You don't believe me, you say? Morgan, I hear you. What are you saying? But I'm scared. Don't be scared. Fear is holding you back. Take your fear, crumble it into a ball, and set it on fire. And then eat it while it's on fire. Will it hurt you? It's just flaming fear. It only hurts if you're scared of it. I'm telling you the truth because I love you. I want you to look inside of yourself now. Close your eyes. Close them. It's dark in there, isn't it? Now ask yourself this question. Who am I? What do I want to be? How can I succeed at life? Because life can be scary. Can be scary. Can be scary. Friends, life can be like a giant 10,000 feet taller than the giantest mountain on earth. And this mountain has trolls on it. Thousands and thousands of trolls with axes, and some of them have magical powers. And they're hurling boulders at you and sending fireballs at you. How are you going to make it down the mountain with all the stinking trolls? Or how are you going to make it up the mountain with all the stinking trolls? Let me tell you something now, and listen up. Are your ears open? Are they? You'll never get past those trolls without my latest series of self-help videos. What? That's it? That's all you need? Yes. Your first question, how do I make it? That's the title of my first video. How can you make it? Coincidence? No. Your second question, how do I survive the stupid trolls climbing the mountain? My second video is called Dodging Fireballs and Kicking Butt. Lessons on the mountain. Wow. Think about that. I have all the answers for you. Without them, you'll die. I'm not lying to you. You will die if you don't order my videos. And a lot of pain and fear. One of those trolls is going to take a big club and smack you right off the mountain. How much will you pay to reach all your dreams? $5,000? $4,800? $4,700? No, I'm not even charging close to that. I'm only charging $49.95. Whoa, that's a deal for videos. I'm selling them separately. I sell them separately. I take cash and money orders, and I'll be available after the show.
Hi, my monologue is about the most influential person in my life. Some people are influenced by political figures or sports people or other people, but not me. I'm influenced by my great Aunt Beluya. Who is Aunt Beluya? She's not your aunt, so don't call her that. Let me tell you who she is. She's my grandma's sister, and she doesn't care what anyone thinks of her. I guess it makes her my great aunt. That was a funny line. I thought you would laugh at it, but that's okay. You don't need to laugh at all the funny parts. Although, I kind of had my heart set on you laughing there. But that's alright. I guess I'm not funny. That's alright. No one cares if I'm funny in my house. Because my mom doesn't really care. And she doesn't pay attention to me. And my brother microwaved my gerbil to see what happened. You know what happens when you microwave a gerbil? Exactly what you think would happen. Okay, alright. My great Aunt Beluya is awesome. Because she doesn't care what anyone thinks of her. Like, if someone's making her mad, she'll say, I'm going to punch you in the throat. That's one of her sayings. Or if someone's annoying her, she'll say, you're a one annoying little rodent. She says that all the time to my brother. He's scared of her. I especially love my Aunt Beluya's tattoos. She has a lot of skulls on her, and cobras. Most of the cobras are crawling through their skulls. One time, I asked why she had so many tattoos, and she said to earn respect from other Hell's Angels. And we never know when she's going to arrive at our house. Sometimes she gets there at 2 or 3 in the morning and climbs through my windows and says, shh, don't say anything. And then she ducks for a while, the police go past.
It's like a little surprise. And she takes my piggy bank and she says, I was never here. And then she's gone again. Yeah, my Aunt Beluga sure is great. That was supposed to be funny again. Don't laugh, but I'm going to tell my aunt. The end.
Why hasn't J.K. Rowling written any more Harry Potter books? Like, what else is she doing with her time? She's J.K. Rowling. She should be writing more Harry Potter books. I know, like, okay, she's writing detective books or whatever under an assumed name. So, what the heck is that? Is there any magic and mythical creatures and fancy stuff in her detective novels? No, I picked up one. Someone gets a severed arm in the mail. I'm serious, there's a severed arm in it. What the heck? You're J.K. Rowling. Write some more Harry Potter, dang it. So I came up with a plan. Maybe she's just out of ideas. Maybe she just needs a little help. That's where I come in. So here's what I'm going to do. Next time she makes an appearance on the Today Show or whatever, I'm just going to charge the stage. And I'll have to do it fast because I have bodyguards or whatever. So I'll just charge, right? And I'll take my ideas and just throw them at her. And I'll be like, write more Harry Potter, dang it! And then I'll hurl my idea at her. I bet she'll love that. So she picks up the ideas, right? At this part, the bodyguards probably have me and are punching me or whatever. But JK just holds up her hand and she's like, wait, JK. And she looks down and reads it out loud. Harry Potter and the Divorced Attorney of Doom. She looks at the pages. Harry and Ginny are fighting. Harry's losing his hair. He's out of shape. The magic is dead. Not the actual magic, just the attraction between them or whatever. So they both cast love spells on each other, but Hagrid shows up for a surprise visit. Boom! Love triangle. Harry to Hagrid, I have feelings for you. Harry, no, it cannot be. I can't deny it anymore, Hagrid. Harry, it's Ginny. She's there. She turns to Hagrid. Your beard reminds me of a warm fuzzy bear. Let's cuddle. Hagrid's like, what is going on? Harry and Ginny start fighting. He's mine! He's mine! Slap fight. Expelliarmus. Tridus curse. Everyone's crying. Somebody apparates from the Ministry of Magic. A divorce attorney. Voldemort. Harry's scar goes crazy. What? I thought you were destroyed. They gave me a new job, Harry. The boy who lived, but couldn't make his marriage work. Voldemort laughs. That's when he says, I also happen to be a marriage counselor. Boom! They're in Voldemort's office talking about their feelings. There's a true spell on them. Harry says, I've always been in love with Hermione. Ginny says, I knew it! I'm still in love with Hagrid. So they divorce. Harry moves into a one-bedroom apartment with Neville Longbottom. Ginny goes and lives with her parents again. They do a lot of binge eating. The end. I'm pretty sure this would be awesome. Now, if only I can just get it to J.K. Rowling.
First of all, just because you can fit in yoga pants does not mean you should wear them. Let's be all honest here. Those aren't pants. They're tights. You're not wearing pants. You're walking around without pants. Would you like it if I showed up with yoga pants tomorrow? No. No one would. Second, I'm a little sick and tired of people dissing London, okay? She's not the one that ruined the relationship. Looking at you, Caleb. Okay. And I know, Mr. Banks, you might be upset. And I know this wasn't supposed to be my monologue. But I was totally rehearsing this, and you weren't paying attention. So I think that's your fault. And what does that say about the teacher that can't control his students? Anyways, I had a front row seat to this because I happen to be London's best friend. And I'm telling you, that dude over there, Caleb, he is the worst boyfriend in the history of the world. He texts like once a day. You know what he texts say? Sup. That's it. 3 letters. Sup. He can't even manage to put a question mark after it. How's Lemma supposed to know what he means? She shows him to me. because she can't even decipher through Caleb's oh so eloquent message. She's always like, what does Caleb mean by sup? Like, what does even sup mean? That guy does not deserve her, alright? She is a delicate flower. She's beautiful. She's a young woman. And that guy is a class, and this class would be lucky to go out with her. She's smart. She's funny. She's nice. Her hair is like a curtain of sunshine. When you get close to her, you realize that she smells a bit like a vanilla. Okay, sorry. Hang on. She's smart. She's funny. She's nice. Her hair's like a curtain of sunshine. And when you get close to her, you realize that she smells like vanilla. And it takes you back to childhood. And the memories of your grandma making cookies. And not only that, her eyes are gleaming pools into her beautiful, beautiful soul. They are gleaming with pools of wonderfulness! She's amazing. She's everything. She's probably going to be the president someday. And I, for one, should be honored to serve in her cabinet as the chief of staff. Who is in love with her after her affair and can't bring himself to say how he really feels. A chief of staff who is standing in front of her right now and saying, Madame President, I want you to sign the exclusive order of the heart. Oh no, yeah, Caleb's a loser. Thanks.
Second monologue, y'all. This for extra credit. I can have two. Alright, Matt. So, you're a super nice guy, and thank you for backing me up on the whole yoga pants thing. But, like, a relationship is based off of, attraction, right? Alright, so, attraction. I'm not feeling that towards you. Like, when I look at you, I think about, like, Muppets, you know? Like Kermit the Frog and the bear guy, Fozzie. And I like the Muppets, but I'm not in love with the Muppets, you know? And I just don't really see myself in a romantic sense with the Muppet. You know what I'm saying? But we can still be friends, and you will be my chief of staff when I'm president. In the meantime, as long as I'm up here, I'm reminded of one other thing that Caleb does that was totally annoying. He collects Barbies. I'm serious, y'all. He's got like 30 of them. He does. I've seen them. He changes their outfits. What kind of teenage guy sits at home and changes their clothes? That ain't right. That's all I'm saying. There's something wrong with him. That's all. Loser.
Log as well. First of all, okay, I showed you that in confidence, it is totally normal for a guy to have passion. All right, passions that you cannot possibly understand because you are a heartless witch. All right, London is a Scorpion woman. When she is talking and driving you instance, she has her stinger out and she is poisoning your life. All right, that is what she does. Sting, sting, sting. And you take it because you think she was cool or whatever, and you want to share your nachos with her, but what you don't understand is that she will devour your lifeless corpse when she is done with you. That's all. That's my monologue. I am so much happier now that I'm single, and I hope you cry yourself to sleep every night, and they are not Barbies, they are fashion templates. Boom, mic drop again. Get out of here.
Okay, so now I got something more to say. I support my man in whatever he does. That's all I'm saying. If you don't support your man, if you don't help him chase his dreams, then that's all on you. Truth. Also, squats. Learn to do some. Just saying.
No. It's my turn. I've been sitting up here listening to this, and it's my turn. I'm getting a good grade on this, and I'm not doing my monologue. You people need professional help. All right. After this show is over, I want you to go to the counselor and stay there and never come back. Sorry. Have you ever had the experience where you trapped in a video conference for a very long time and you hate everyone in it? I have, but that's not what this monologue is about.
Actually, can I just...
No. Back off. I have a whole monologue about my very special relationship with my mother, and people people are ruining it. Where was I? My mom, some people don't have a good relationship with their parents. Like most of these people up here behind me, probably because they weren't raised right. So if one of these kids up here belongs to you, just know that you screwed up. Big time. Seriously. You put like 16 years of effort into raising these people, and you failed. I think that's clear, right? You are responsible for creating these humans. Great job. Y'all, like when they were toddlers, did you just fill their bottles with Dr. Pepper and be like, I don't know what I'm doing? It's so hard to read the parenting manuals. Maybe we'll just wing it. I'm sure it won't, cause any problems if we let our kids watch television for 8 hours a day. In my day, we didn't have car seats. Let's let them roll around in front seat. If we crash, that's how they learn. Look in the mirror, parents. Look at the results of your work. It's a wonder these humans can't even dress themselves. And honestly, they're not doing a good job. I'm totally on board with the yoga pants and aren't pants theory, by the way.
Dude, you know what the problem with zoos is? They're boring, bro. Like, the animals just sit there. Like, what is that? Hey, I'm a lion. I'll just lay around in the sun. Dude, I paid good money to come to this zoo, and there's nothing happening. It's not natural. All these animals just have their food delivered to them. Bro, they're like on animal welfare. Get a job. They're lazy because they don't need to do anything. It's like socialism for animals. What if they had jobs? Like some kind of learn-to-work program. Giraffes can change lights, and monkeys can dig trenches. Could that work? No, because it's stupid, like Adam Sandler's movie Stupid. Bro, check this. I got this idea from YouTube. There's a chimpanzee and a cat, like a cute little house cat, and the chimp just beats the heck out of the cat. Like, the cat's like, I'm gonna kill you. And the chimp's like, I got opposable thumbs. Bring it. And they fight. And Hacha! The chimp is doing moves. He's like Kung Fu Chimp or whatever. It's awesome. And then afterwards, there's like respect, much love. So idea is Ultimate Fighting Animal Championship. Elephant versus rhino. Gorilla versus giraffe. That would probably be over pretty fast. The gorilla would probably climb the giraffe's neck and be double punching him in the head, right? Or what about like a whole team of meerkats versus like a squad of skunks? What's gonna happen? I don't know, but I know it's gonna be awesome. You could also dope them, put them on steroids. I got a million awesome ideas. That's why I'm gonna be running for city council as soon as I turn 18. First proposal on the table, Ultimate Fighting Animal Champion. Yeah.
Is it my turn? Am I supposed to go now? I thought I was supposed to be 28. And we kind of skipped a bunch. And then some people took multiple turns because they wanted to rag on other people. So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing. supposed to do here. But I guess I'll go if you need me to. If you don't want to, that's also cool, because I'm fine just sitting here watching this madness. Perfectly content sitting back and not making waves or whatever. But I guess I'll go. The person who means the most to me is my grandmother. What? Nobody told me I had to memorize this. Fine. The person who means the most to me is my grandmother. Her name is Mimi. She's from Toronto, and I love her very much. This is where I cry. If I'm not crying, it's because this assignment was too difficult. There, are you happy?
Someone having experienced tragedy. Some people lives on comfort and joy, like that Christmas song. What that song called? Tidings and comfort and joy. I'm not one of them. I've endured hardship. I have been to the mountain and have reached the summit. You see, I have an iPhone 7. And at first I thought it was great. We had a wonderful time together. I would download all kinds of apps. It was beautiful. But then I noticed more and more that my battery was running down faster and faster. At first, it was just me. I'm imagining it. I'm just looking at the past. Though, rose-colored glass, and maybe my phone doesn't have the zip it used to be. Maybe the spark isn't quite as intense, but I still love it. And we had such great times together. We bonded. But we fought more and more. I want to spend an hour watching a video, and my iPhone would die halfway through a movie. What is that? What are you doing to me? Do you know that it's special time? Together you're running it. Somebody's being distracted.
I'm not doing it.
Together we're running it. I messed up. Why me? I don't know. Oh, don't you care about my feelings anymore? More and more, it would just sit there like a lifeless hunk of metal. You don't care, do you? You try all the time. No response doesn't even respond to my touch anymore. I get a new phone, a younger phone. Would you like that? Is that what you want? I see people with new phones all the time. They're so happy, like we used to be. You're driving me into another phone.
I didn't want to go last, but Miss McGill said I had to. So, alright. You've heard some things tonight that are quite frankly insane. Whatever. But I'm going to tell you the real story right now. First of all, it was my idea to steal the garden gnomes. Because it's a symbol of resistance to capitalist society. Like, people are buying things. They're using their money to buy things that are gnome status. Of course, I can't explain this to Jamie-san and Bradley, because they're idiots, right? So I'm like, gnomes. And they're like, yes. This is the level their brains work at. We go to the first house. There are 7 garden gnomes. They're like, set up the whole Snow White story, right? Sleepy, grumpy dog, whatever the others are. So they're waiting in the truck, and they're like, Burma, go do it. We're totally chicken. So we go up to the first house. The lights come on. It's my English teacher, Miss Lewis. She sees me. I happen to also know that Miss Lewis is a dog enthusiast. She has like 5 Doberman pinchers. I hear them. It's the sound of death, right? So I'm like, ah. And I shout to the idiots driving the truck, and they take off without me. 3 dogs burst out of the front door like they were shot out of a cannon. There's like foaming spittle or blood shooting from their jaws. So I run. There's like a hedge. So I try to jump the hedge and my foot gets caught and I face plant on the other side of it. 2 dogs grab my ankles and they're pulling me back to my English teacher. So I'm screaming, right? I'm like, help, help. Miss Lewis is like, get him, tear him apart, which is not even correct grammar. So I'm bashing these dogs in the heads with my cell phone, and they're just like, we don't have brains, we're just killing machines. So I'm like, this is it, I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die trying to steal a garden gnome, and I didn't even get one. And they look up, and Miss Lewis is there, and she's like, Rima, is that you? And I'm like, these dogs are killing me. She's like, you cheated on your Romeo and Juliet quiz, didn't you? And I'm like, what? And she pepper sprays everything. Me, the dogs, the hedge, the whole world is on fire. I wake up 2 days later in an empty pool behind Walmart. My friends haven't bothered to call me. Apparently, they had a great time. Thank you.
Just say one more thing right here. I've been thinking, and girl, I'm sorry about all of it. You know I care for you. I'm not going to say I love you. I'm not going to say love because I don't believe in love, but I did this for you. And I know I can't give it to you right now. So I'm just going to have a conversation with it because it reminds me of you. London, I was wrong about you. You're not annoying. And if anything, this quarantine has taught me that is super important to have a lady who understands me and who also knows how good looking I am. And that lady is you. Me? That's right. You will share your... That's right, you. I will share my nachos with you. All my nachos. If I have nachos, I don't actually have access to nachos right now, but when I have access to nachos again, all my nachos are yours. Not all of them, like reasonable amount. We can share it. We can share. I eat fast enough. I eat fast though, so I'm probably gonna get the majority of those nachos. But what I'm saying is that you can have some during the time that I am eating nachos. What do you say? Oh my God, Caleb. Oh my God. Well.
Dude, no.
And that's all the time we have for our show. Thank you for tuning in. About 4 weeks ago after telling them that we were not going to be doing a spring performance and was like, hey, I found something. And they jumped in and they volunteered and they did this for me. And I think it turned out pretty great. I can't tell you guys how thankful I am for having you, how grateful I am that I get to teach you and have you as a part of my program. I know that there were some jokes made at the beginning of the show about personal donations. I would never take personal donations. I really do absolutely love with all of my heart what I do. But if you would like to donate to our program, there is a link in the description below. You do have to create a profile through My Payments Plus, but do know that everything that you donate goes back into our program and allows us to do these kinds of things, hopefully even better, hopefully live theater in the future. So again, to my students, thank you so much. My 6th and 7th graders, I'm looking forward to working with you again next year. My 8th graders, I am so proud of you. And I know that the future holds great things, and I cannot wait to see where it takes you. Bye, guys.